Hey, it's Zax and Jimfro from Ready Check Pull. We got to test one of the bosses of the first raid in Shadowlands, so we're here to break it down for you real quick. The full guide will be out later on, but for now, here's a little preview.
Lady Inerva Darkvein, yeah, she was the second boss we tested. She probably will be best known as the container boss because she has these 4 containers around the room that fill up over the course of the fight, and they enhance her regular abilities. Each container corresponds to one of her 4 abilities, and there are 3 different levels of enhancements for each ability. It's definitely as complicated as it sounds, but when you boil it down, you really just have to get used to her regular abilities first and then slightly change things up when the abilities level up, like the tank ability. She puts a stacking dot on the tank, and when the tank container is at level 2, that debuff damage is then copied to several random players, so the tanks really just have to taunt swap at as few stacks as possible to lessen the damage to themselves and other players. Another ability she has is when she throws these anima bottles across the room. If they hit the ground, they explode for a ton of damage to the entire raid. Standing in the circle stops the bottles from hitting the ground and exploding. The next ability she has spawns red orbs around the room. 3 of them spawn at a time and they do damage to the closest player. And while that's happening, 3 players will be linked with a red beam. Now the goal is to get the orbs to despawn, so those 3 players have to connect the orbs with the 3 beams by having each player stand on a different orb. The beams also do damage, which makes this a little trickier to manage. And for the last ability, she puts circles on a few random players that explode after a few seconds. The explosion spawns adds that need to be killed quickly. 1 big add that needs to be tanked, and a few smaller adds that need to be chain interrupted. So yeah, if you get the base versions of these 4 abilities down, dealing with the enhanced version of them is going to be easy. There's way too many little enhanced abilities to list out in a preview, but you'll really only have to deal with 1 ability at a time. Now this is because you can drain the containers to prevent the abilities from leveling up. However, she does focus 1 container at a time, preventing it from being drained and causing it to fill faster. Once it gets to level 3, she'll switch to a new container and you'll most likely have to drain the previous one. This boss is going to be hectic and I love it. It's one of those fights that are going to reward the guilds who are extra prepared. And Blizzard, please fix the animation for the charge through tank mechanic thing. It's not visible at all when it goes behind the boss.
Yeah, I cannot find that thing to save your life. It looks like this boss is at the end of a wing in the raid, so it's probably intended to be a little more complex. And it looks like the mythic mechanic is mostly about dealing with several enhanced abilities at once, because draining the containers becomes a bit more complicated. That sounds like it could get a little crazy. If you're curious, the fight is mostly single target, but there is some cleave once the ads start spawning. Oh, and when you do get to this boss, take a second to check out the giant room she's in, because what's going on in the background is insanely cool.
Thanks so much for checking out this early breakdown of Lady Inerva Darkvein. We're always looking for more people to test with, so after you've liked the video, make sure to go join our Discord and message us in Shadowlands to get an invite to the Ready Check Pull Guild. Hope to see you in beta. Peace.